Hey, it's your girl Kellia coming at you with another memory keeping minute. Recently, yesterday, we had the passing of an icon, Tina Turner. And if you don't know who Tina Turner is, you just need to do some research. They, labeled her as the queen of rock and roll, and she most definitely was the queen of rock and roll. She had a raspy voice, just a potent voice. She was so talented, and her voice told her story through her music. Like, she lived what she sang about, but she was so powerful, and her story was so powerful that it was made into an Oscar-nominated movie featuring Angela Bassett and Lawrence Fishburne. What's Love Got to Do With It, which is probably one of her number one songs. I am also a member of Generation X, and I'm shouting out Gen X right here, right now, because another one of our icons is gone. We grew up listening to Tina Turner music. If you are part of Generation X, that means you were born in the late 60s all the way up to the late 70s, very early 80s, on the cusp of the 80s. We're not going to let y'all in there, but on the cusp of the 80s, that's when you were born. So that means we know, Generation X, we know a plethora, that's a big SAT word, look it up, a plethora of music from about the 60s, which is our parents' music, which is what they made us listen to and listen and learn from the 60s music. We know the 70s music, because that's what we grew up on. We were children during the 70s music. We were preteens and teenagers in the 80s, and that was mind-blowing music. And then the 90s, which were, if you went to college, your college years of music, which don't even get me started on the 90s music, but I digress. But Tina Turner was a part of all those decades, y'all. There are artists who are considered icons for a reason, because their music is a part of multiple decades. These kids, these millennials, Gen X's, I won't even count all the millennials, because some of y'all know some of this music and some of these icons. I'll say the latter end of the millennials, and for sure these Gen Zs, y'all don't have a clue what an icon is. You don't have a clue what an icon is. You don't have a clue of the just importance of someone like Tina Turner. So when you hear them talking about Tina Turner and her impact on music, listen, because she is very, very important. You guys will never know the impact of icons. Icons like Tina Turner. Michael Jackson was an icon. You will never know the significance and the importance of these icons. Prince, you all will never know. Gen Z and latter year millennials, you will never know the importance of icons like that. And yeah, y'all know some Whitney Houston music, but again, you will never know the iconic status of a Whitney Houston. Janet Jackson, y'all will never know the importance of a Janet Jackson. And this is before internet, this is before playlists, this is before podcasts, this is before all this technology that y'all have to listen to music now. Yeah, y'all got access to music that we never had, the level of access to music that we never had, but we had the music, whether it's on record, our parents, record player, or on CD. Oh, wait a minute, I skipped cassette tapes, so record player, I skipped 8 tracks that our parents bought. My mama bought all kind of 8-track tapes. She loved 8 tracks. I mean, she held on to them 8 tracks for years. I'm like, mommy, CDs are what's in now. So then she moved to CDs. So CD collections that I still have in storage. Like, I got to figure out what I'm going to do with those. And then now MP3s, downloads, and all these playlists, digital music now. You guys, yes, you have all of that, but you will never have what we had. Michael Jackson, Tina Turner, Prince. Even if you go to the boy bands, New Kids on the Block, New Edition, those are two of the most iconic boy bands you will ever in your life know of, okay? I mean, Boyz II Men, yes, but not as big as New Edition and New Kids on the Block were for our generation, okay? You all will never know. Yeah, y'all got Taylor Swift, and those of you who know who Beyonce is, could you be surprised how many kids, especially if they were born in the late 2010s, like I've taught students that were born in 2012 and 2008, so they don't really know who Beyonce is, because they was like born when she was like blowing up. So I asked them, there are kids who don't even know who NSYNC and all of those are, because again, those groups were not around when these kids were born. I was like, woo, I can't take it. I'll be having moments like that in class all the time, like old people moment, like, am I that old school, y'all? Wow. So anyway, just an homage to the late great Tina Turner. Her music was iconic. She was iconic. She was beautiful, and her story was iconic. Yeah, she did not play victim. She took it into her own hands. If you have not ever watched the movie What's Love Got to Do with It, I encourage you to go watch it. It was a flawless character played by Angela Bassett. She played Tina Turner, and flawless Ike Turner played by Lawrence Fishburne. He really made you think he was Ike, and you were scared of him. Like, ooh, Ike Turner, you did all that, but he did all that. So it's a learning moment. It's a learning movie, but she grew from it, and she became the Tina Turner that we knew after that, you know, that we all mourn today. So you young kids, look up your Tina Turner history, look up your icon history, because she was one of them. And our icons, y'all, Generation X, they're getting up out of here. So, you know, I don't know what I'm gonna do when Stevie Wonder get up out of here, y'all. That's my favorite. Like, my mama used to play Stevie Wonder from when I was a wee little baby, all the way up to, you know, teenage years, you know, college years. Stevie Wonder been making music forever. Like, he's like the soundtrack of my life. So I don't know what I'm gonna do. So y'all gonna, you know, I'm gonna have to get it together. But if something happened to him, y'all, I might go on a sabbatical or something. I'm not sure. So anywho, just shouting out Tina Turner on this memory keeping minute. As I turned 50 back in March, you know, things become a little more in focus. Your memories and your moments in your life, you know, you think back on things. And the passing of Tina Turner just had a lot of things flashing before my eyes. So, I hope you go back and listen to some of her music. Share below in the comments one of your favorite Tina Turner songs. And make sure you subscribe to my podcast, which is on Spotify, Black Girl Happy Planner on Spotify, and also subscribe to my newsletter, blackgirlhappyplanner.substack.com. Make sure you do that, and you can also catch this video. I will load it up as a podcast, so you can listen to that also in case you can't catch the video. All right then, peace out. It's Throwback Thursday. Have a great weekend. Have a great Memorial Day weekend. Peace.